Horror movies are meant to be terrifying, but at the end of the day, it's all just make-believe, right? The creepy sets, eerie sounds, and terrifying creatures are all part of the production, safely confined to the screen. But what if the horror wasn't just acting? Some films have been plagued by unexplained events, accidents, and eerie occurrences that make you wonder, was something else at play? Sometimes the scariest part of a horror movie isn't the story itself, but what happened behind the scenes. Here are 5 horror movies with cursed sets. If you love creepy content, hit that like button and subscribe before we begin. 5. The Conjuring. Vera Farmiga, who portrayed real-life paranormal investigator Lorraine Warren in The Conjuring, started experiencing strange and unexplained events as soon as she became involved with the film. She recalled that the first eerie incident happened right after a phone call with director James Wan. Describing the experience, she said, "The strangest occurrence for me personally on the first one was the day I had a creative conversation with James Wan. I had just been researching Lorraine. I wasn't familiar with her, and so before our phone call, I was on the computer, and I had closed it. We had our conversation, and then we said goodbye. And I opened the computer screen, and there were 3 digital claw marks from the upper right diagonal to the lower left. This unsettling experience was just the beginning of the eerie occurrences surrounding the film." Farmiga also claims to have found claw marks on her thigh. 4. The Possession. The story of the possession centers on the Dybbuk box. A Dybbuk box is an antique wine cabinet claimed to be haunted by a Dybbuk, a wandering soul believed in Jewish folklore to enter and control a living body until exorcised by a religious rite. Jeffrey Dean Morgan shared his skepticism about the Dybbuk box with The Hollywood Reporter, but admitted the set of The Possession had its fair share of eerie events. "I'm very skeptical, but not only would I not want the box around and to tempt fate, but there were enough weird things going on around our set that I've never seen happen on sets before." He recalled lights exploding mid-scene and unexplained gusts of wind disrupting key moments. However, the scariest incident happened shortly after filming. The storage facility holding the Dybbuk box and other props mysteriously burned down. An investigation revealed no signs of arson or electrical malfunctions. 3. The Exorcist. The Exorcist was yet another horror film plagued by eerie incidents, leading many to believe its set was cursed. From tragic deaths to Ellen Burstyn's serious onset injury, the production seemed doomed. However, one of the most bizarre events was a mysterious fire that destroyed the set. Director William Friedkin later recalled receiving an early morning call from the production manager, informing him that the set had burned to the ground. The fire's timing was particularly strange, as it occurred during the filming of the exorcism scenes. Adding to the mystery, the set was heavily refrigerated, with powerful cooling units keeping temperatures at minus 30 degrees. Despite the destruction, Reagan's bedroom, the site of the film's most terrifying moments, remained untouched. Friedkin admitted that this was the only incident during production that truly felt like bad karma. Following a 6-week delay, a real-life Jesuit priest, Thomas M. King, was brought in to bless the set, hoping to ward off any lingering negativity. 2. The Amityville Horror. Although the 2005 Amityville Horror remake wasn't filmed at the real-life house, the production had its own eerie moments. Shot in a modified 19th century home in Salem, Wisconsin, the set had an unsettling presence. Ryan Reynolds, who played George Lutz, described the house as terrifying, explaining that everything about it, from its colors to its overall atmosphere, felt deeply unsettling. The strange occurrences didn't stop there. Shortly after filming began, a corpse mysteriously washed up on the shore of a nearby lake. Adding to the unease, several cast and crew members repeatedly woke up at 3:15 a.m., the exact time of the real-life Amityville murders. Reynolds noted, "I think a lot of people make that stuff up to sell their movie, but there was some weird stuff that happened. You read the script and suddenly pop awake at 3:15 in the morning." 1. Poltergeist. The Poltergeist film series is often considered one of the most cursed productions in history. Many believe the so-called curse stemmed from the use of real human skeletons in the infamous flooded pool scene, a cost-cutting decision by the special effects team. Jo Beth Williams, who played the Freeling family matriarch, later learned the unsettling truth. She originally assumed the skeletons were props, but was shocked when a special effects crew member revealed they were real. The rumors of a curse only began after 4 cast members unexpectedly passed away during or soon after the completion of each film's production. Dominique Dunn, who played Dana Freeling, was tragically murdered by her ex-boyfriend in 1982, just months after the film's release. Julian Beck, who portrayed the sinister preacher Cain in Poltergeist 2, passed away from stomach cancer shortly after completing his role. Will Sampson, who played the Native American shaman Taylor, died in 1987 due to complications from a heart and lung transplant. The most shocking loss was Heather O'Rourke, the young star who played Carol Ann. Misdiagnosed with Crohn's disease, she fell critically ill and passed away in 1988 at just 12 years old due to complications from an undetected congenital intestinal condition. These tragic deaths only fueled the belief that the Poltergeist films were truly cursed. Whether coincidence or curse, the eerie events surrounding these horror films remain unsettling. True or not, they add an extra layer of fear to the stories we see on screen. Until next time, bye for now.